This book is called Last One In is a Rotten Egg. When someone says that you can be a rotten egg, that means that they're saying that you're very stinky and smelly, because that's what happens when eggs get rotten and they get all stinky and smelly. So that's not a nice thing to say to somebody. You'll also hear in this book that somebody says, don't be a tattletale. Do you remember what a tattletale is? It's someone who tells what other people are doing just to get attention. So this is a friend. He is a cousin named Wally. And let's see what happens when Wally comes to visit the family. The author of this book is Diane DeGroat. Gilbert and Lola were excited. Their cousin Wally was coming. They hadn't seen him in a long time, and they were looking forward to his visit. He's here, Lola shouted from the window. The door burst open, and Wally tumbled in. Last one in is a rotten egg, he yelled. Uncle Gus appeared in the door behind him. Hello, all, he said, picking up the umbrella stand that Wally had knocked over. Wally was much bigger than Gilbert. Remember, he was almost as tall as Uncle Gus. You're just in time for lunch, Mother said. I made soup and sandwiches. Last one in is a rotten egg, Wally shouted, running to the table. Gilbert walked quickly to a seat. Lola walked quickly too. They didn't want to be rotten eggs. Mother didn't care if she was a rotten egg. She carefully served the soup before sitting down. She said to Wally, You'll have fun this afternoon. There's an Easter egg hunt in the park. Have you ever gone on an Easter egg hunt? It's when you go hunting for eggs and you see if you can find them. Usually the eggs are decorated and they're very colorful. Wally made a face and said, Egg hunts are for babies. But Gilbert wanted his friends to meet Wally. There's a prize if you find the most eggs, he said cheerfully. And there's a prize if you find the golden egg, Lola added. I'm going to look really hard to find it. I'll go, said Wally, but I still think it's stupid. Then he stuffed the last of his peanut butter sandwiches into his mouth, saying, Last one live, finish is a rotten egg. His mouth was so full you couldn't even understand everything he was saying. At the park, Wally didn't want to stay with Gilbert and his friends. He took a basket and headed for the starting line. Your cousin is not very friendly, Patty said. Oh, he just wants to win, Wilbert answered. Wilbert wanted to win too, so when the whistle blew, he ran after Wally, calling, Last one up the hill is a rotten egg. They raced in all directions, looking under bushes and behind trees. I found one, Gilbert shouted from the bushes. I found two, yet Wally yelled from behind a tree. Patty and Lola searched the tall grass. I can't find any eggs, Lola cried. Look, Patty said, there's one right near your foot. Patty's being a good friend. I found one, Lola cried, and she proudly put the green plastic egg into her basket. Gilbert and Wally ran over to see if more eggs were hiding in the tall grass. Gilbert was anxious to find more because Wally's basket was almost full, but Lola's basket was almost empty. Gilbert sighed, and he gave Lola some eggs from his own basket. Thanks, she said to her brother. Let's find more. Together they ran toward a patch of trees. Why do you think that Gilbert gave Lola some eggs? Yes, I think that was very nice of him to try and make his sister happy. Suddenly, Lola stopped running and shouted, I see it, I see it, I see the golden egg up in that tree. She stood on her toes, but she couldn't reach it. Neither could Gilbert. They needed someone tall. He called to Wally, Lola found the golden egg, but we can't get it. Wally said, No problem. He stood on his toes and stretched higher and higher. I got it, he shouted. Yay, Wally, Gilbert said. Wally dropped the egg into his basket and walked off. Hey, Gilbert called to Wally. That's not fair. Lola found that egg. Ha! But I'm the one who picked it up, Wally said. Lola cried. I'm telling. Wally just said, you're being a tattletale. Is Wally being nice to everybody? What do you think he should have done with the golden egg? Let's see what happens. The whistle blew, the hunt was over, and everyone headed back to the starting line. Wally had more eggs in the basket than anyone else. He also had the golden egg. Wally said, I like egg hunts. Let's go see what all the prizes are. Gilbert had an idea. You're right, he said. Let's go see. Then he shouted, last one down the hill is a rotten egg. Wally took off and ran down the hill. I win, he said. When he looked back, Gilbert and Lola were still at the top, but they were picking up all the eggs that had fallen out of Wally's basket, including the golden one. How come all the eggs fell out of Wally's basket? Do you think they should have picked it up? Let's see what's going to happen now. Oops, Wally said when he saw his empty basket. For finding the golden egg, Lola won a beautiful sugar egg with a scene inside. For finding the most eggs, Gilbert won an Easter basket filled with chocolate eggs, cream eggs, and his favorite, marshmallow eggs. But Gilbert didn't feel right about taking the basket. He walked over to Wally and he said, you were really the one who found the most eggs, not me. You should have won the prize. Wally turned red. That means that his skin got reddish color and he was embarrassed. Why do you think he was embarrassed? Yes, I think he was embarrassed because he realized he hadn't been a very good cousin. He was too pushy. Wally said, maybe we could share it, he suggested. And they did. Do you think that was nice of Gilbert sharing the eggs and the prize? I agree. I think that was very nice. Happy Easter, everybody. The end.